We're gonna bake this pumpkin cheesecake together, and I'm gonna talk about my pregnancy. So that's what type of update this is. So I'm making things that I'm like super obsessed with right now because I'm just in that mood. For starts, I have to make some chai tea. Oh my gosh. And I make it breve, which is super fattening, and I'll probably regret it in a few months, but it's so good. And the foam on top, I can't like stop. And I can throw some cinnamon on there. I should have had it whipped in, but oh well. It's probably too much. Let's see. This is gonna be so tasty. It's probably hella hot. Let me see. All I got was foam. So it basically took me forever to find a recipe. I had to search for so long because to make pumpkin cheesecake, you can't use the regular, let's grab it, this one, the pumpkin pie mix. You have to use just regular pumpkin filling. And I guess it's because this one already comes seasoned. So I thought that I could just not add like the pumpkin pie spice and cinnamon and nutmeg and stuff to the other recipes that were online. But then this one threw me off because it said just add eggs and evaporated milk. So I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to mess this up. I'd be so disappointed because it takes like 3 of these, you know, the cream cheeses, and I don't want to waste all that cream cheese. So I found this recipe. It tells you how to make your own crust. I will post this recipe down below if you want to try it. We're gonna bake this pumpkin cheesecake together, and I'm gonna talk about my pregnancy. So that's what type of update this is. Oh my gosh, I'm so ready for the holidays. I found these crusts and I'm gonna start off with them. These are just from my local grocery store from the Winco. And it says that if preferred, you should brush with the beaten egg and bake for 370 or bake at 375 for 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that first just because gosh, I want them to be ready. And it says it only takes about 15 minutes to prepare the rest of these ingredients. Anyways, while I'm doing this, I'm just gonna whisk an egg up and fork it because I don't have a brush. Just fork it on and pop them into the oven. But anyways, I'm 19 weeks and a couple days pregnant, and I don't feel like it. Like I really don't. If you watched my other videos in the past, you can see that like I'm like not, I'm kind of showing, you know, but you just got my underwear hanging out. I'm sorry. Oh no, this one's broken. Will it matter? That kind of sucks. I think it should be okay. We'll find out soon. I don't really feel like I look that pregnant. I don't really feel all that pregnant. I'm starting to get like the pain in between my legs and like the discomfort and stuff, like the pubic pain, which is normal given, you know, this is my 5th pregnancy and I'm almost halfway through my pregnancy. It's about time to start feeling something more than just morning sickness and like regular emotional things, which can happen when I'm on my period. So I can't really complain about, you know, being emotional or bitchy all the time because I'm like that at least once a month anyways. Nothing new. Oh no, this crust is coming apart. It's hella breaking apart. I guess I just won't gift this pie. I just have to eat it myself. But like for true pregnancy symptoms, just having morning sickness has been like my thing, and headaches, severe headaches. And I haven't really updated or posted anything else just because I'm just not in the mood, to be honest. Just, this egg smells so bad. I've been struggling with the smell of egg. Like it stinks. This is too hard to whisk it, so I'm just gonna like run it through and pour out the excess. I said excess. That's the stupidest joke I've heard all day. So I'm adding the 3 containers of the cream cheese into this mixer. I'm gonna be using my whisk attachment. Get it on here. And we're adding a 1.5 cups of brown sugar that's been packed. Then we're just gonna mix that until it creams together. Oh no, I should have put that on after. wrong way. This is 1 cup. I'll do 1 more cup, half a cup. Okay, let me get this in here. Okay, so other pregnancy stuff that's been going on with me. I found out the gender of the baby. It's a boy. I was gonna try to do something more special to like announce his gender, but I just don't have special in me right now. I don't, with everything that's going on, like with COVID and the mandates and like the kids in school and me being paranoid and just everything else. I just don't have, I got hella kids. I'm trying to like keep everybody in school and afloat. It's just too much for me to try to like do anything extra right now. And normally I'm super extra. I love to like party and celebrate and plan, and like I just don't have it in me. I don't have the energy right now. I'm gonna start this. It's gonna be noisy. So I do smell my pie crust, but they're not quite ready yet. I'm just gonna take this out and scrape the sides down to make sure that everything gets mixed in well. So yeah, baby is a boy. I'm super excited that he's a boy, just because, you know, he'll be my my 4th, but our 5th boy combined. And I love boys. Julian, my last baby, who is about to be 2, is a boy, and I feel like that'll just be like his right-hand man. That'll be like his best friend, and I'm super excited about that. And I found out his gender, I'm gonna say early, well, at least before the anatomy scan, because I have the NIPT test, the NIPT test, a screening for, it checks for like 4 different chromosomal or like abnormalities, like the trisomies and stuff, and he came back negative for everything. So I'm super grateful of that. Okay, I'm gonna whisk this more. I can smell those pie crusts, and they smell super good. I know that I put a little bit like too much egg inside of them, just because I don't have the you know, the brush to brush the egg wash over it. But I love eggs, and it still smells super good, and it doesn't smell hella eggy. I'm gonna scrape the sides again 1 more time and let it go. They say on the recipe to make sure that you taste this. So I'm gonna really make sure that I taste it. Oh, and I feel a lump right here, so I still have to go for like another few more minutes. I gotta taste it with another finger. That's hella good. This frosting, cream cheese, brown sugar frosting alone, I don't even need to make the rest of this. That's so good. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna let this whisk up for a few more minutes. I'm gonna get my pie crust out of the oven, and we'll talk more baby. Okay, so the recipe says to leave this where it's at, and in a separate bowl, whisk everything up. But I don't want to do it like that because I'm being hella lazy. So I'm gonna move my frosting to a separate bowl, and I'm gonna let the machine, the mixer, do the whisking for me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting really hot. I think it's because the oven's on. I tell you, this frosting is delicious. I'm glad the baby's taking a nap right now, because he'd be in here trying to eat all of this, and he would be convincing me to do that with him. Let's get this in here. So we have been talking about baby names, but we're super indecisive just because, and we're not like super picky on the names. It just has to be something that's a little bit different, and that can be pronounced in both English and in Spanish. So that's kind of where we, I don't want to say we struggle, because we both like, you know, like Spanglish, good Spanish, English combo names. I'm just gonna make sure there's like no lumps that came out of the bottom of this. Because my 3rd cream cheese, I thought I only needed 2 packs of cream cheese, but I needed 3, so my 3rd one didn't get to come to room temperature long enough. Oh, this shit is so good. Can we just stop for a second? I just want to eat this by itself. Okay, if you're not into like pumpkin cheesecake or the pumpkin pie, but you love brown sugar and cream cheese, just make this frosting. Like, you could probably just frost a graham cracker with it, or just eat it. Like, it's so good. Oh my God. I wonder if I have to be super picky and like wash this out very well. I don't think I do. So it's all gonna get combined anyways. Oh my God, don't judge me. I'm gonna keep on. I'm not gifting any of these pies. I'm keeping them for me and my kids, so. I'm gonna keep licking my finger. So for this part, it says to just add half of this large can. So I'm gonna stir it a little bit because it's kind of chunky and watery on top. I'm gonna add it into the bowl. Try to eyeball it as best as I can to only get half. Okay, pour it in, let's see. Oh, it comes out really thick. No, that's still not half. It's about half. What do you think? About half? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so half of that. And then I have the recipe here. I think it was 2 tablespoons of flour. Oh, and 4 eggs. I'm gonna add my liquids in first, huh? Just to be safe, I'm gonna crack my eggs in first. Takes 4 eggs. It's quite a bit of eggs. 1. So a while back, I started a food channel on TikTok, and I haven't been posting. I kind of fell off, but I did get kind of a big following on there, and I just kind of stopped posting. I got pregnant and wasn't in the mood anymore for it. But if you want to go and give me a follow or search up my videos, my name is Cooking with Brooke, no E at the end, and that's on TikTok. And I'll start posting. I'll probably do little, oh, I forgot to record little segments. Okay, this shit stinks like canned Gerber baby food, and I'm not a fan. I'm gonna put in 1 spoon at a time. Okay, 1 more. It's 2 tablespoons of flour. Let's see. 2 teaspoons of pumpkin, of a 1/4 cup of sour cream. What? Oh yeah, that's 1/8. There's a 1/4 measurement in there. I can't see, just put my glasses on. Like, what am I making myself struggle for? It's because I don't want to look like a loser. I hate these glasses and the nose pieces broke off. They're really painful. It's a little bit more. All right, that's good. So what did I say? 2 teaspoons of pumpkin pie spice. I have that here. I did have a little teaspoon. Ah, it was loud. A little teaspoon measuring spoon. I don't know where it went. I'm kind of bummed out that I can't taste this because it has the raw eggs, and I'm like being super cautious this pregnancy. Well, I guess every pregnancy with that kind of stuff. Even though it should be like kind of safe, I'm just not gonna risk it. Oh man, okay, so this takes 2 teaspoons. I only have a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, but I'm gonna have to just double it up. So I'm gonna put 4 of these in. And it needs a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, so I'm gonna put 1/2 of the 1/2. A teaspoon. And then it needs 1 tablespoon of vanilla, I think. Yeah, 1 spoon of vanilla. It's a lot of vanilla. Oof. Okay. I took out the crust, and they smell super good, and they look pretty good too. And I think because I put a little bit of extra egg, kind of like sealed it. So hopefully that works good and doesn't turn it into like a hard, I don't know, inedible piece. I don't know what I'm talking about. The oven is set to 375. I'm gonna combine this delicious frosting, which I kind of just want to eat by itself now. God, if I feel so fat eating, I'm not gonna eat all of this, but like just having like 2 slices of this pie and realizing that there's probably like this much of that in there, that's like a lot. I'm not gonna eat a lot of this. I really wish they gave a little bit more open space on this blender. I'm gonna add it in heaps like this so it combines easier. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm already recording. Okay, so the baby woke up from his nap. Don't judge him, he's a sleepy boy. This mixed up pretty quickly. There that goes. These were my crusts. I don't want to move them too much because this one is like super cracked and I couldn't get it to fix. It's probably gonna be really shitty, but I'll still eat it. I'm hot. I'm so hot. Oh no. And you're gonna put this into the oven. Once I get this, which this mixture seems like quite a bit for these 2 tiny little pies. It's probably gonna be way too much. But this goes into the oven at 350 for 1 hour, and then it has to cool for the worst part of all is for 4 hours, which sucks. So while this is baking, I'm gonna start my pollo guisado because I have to leave and drive. It takes like 2 hours to pick my kids up from their dad's house. So, and I have to leave to get them at 6. So at least I can get that food kind of boiling. Let's see. Oh man, look at that. It didn't say to leave space, but I'm gonna leave a little bit of space from the top of the crust. Oops. This looks good. Yeah, there's a little bit of extra left over. I wonder if I have something that I can whip up. Look at that, that's pretty. Here, I'll show you. Oops, I'm looking forward to this being done. Oh my gosh, it's hot. I'm gonna have to go set him down. You all pink and tired and hot? Yeah, you missed out on the good stuff. Poor guy. My thing right now that I've been trying to do is get him to be a little bit more aware of babies and like being gentle and being like comfortable with babies. So he plays with his sister's baby dolls. I'm thinking of getting him his own baby doll or like a stuffed animal that, you know, has like a pacifier and a diaper that he can like take on and off. Because him not being 2 yet, he doesn't really understand. And I've tried to explain to him there's a baby in my tummy, mommy have a baby inside, but he's not quite getting it yet. And I want him to feel involved and included. I don't want to just bring the baby home. I've also been able to completely wean him. So he's done breastfeeding. That's something that I don't have to worry about. I don't want to have to like tandem nurse or anything when this baby's here. Oh my gosh, I'm so short of breath. So I feel really good about that. We're also, because he co-sleeps, or bed shares I should say, right now we're trying to get him into his own bed space, which I'll share when it's updated. We have like a little nook in our room that we made just to chill, but we're actually going to add a little like ladder going up. It's not that high out, it's like bed height, but add a little ladder and a railing to the side. I'm gonna decorate it for him. That way when the baby's here, I can have the baby on that side of the room where I'm sleeping at, and I don't want him to feel like we just shoved him aside for the baby. So that's been something that I've been super big on. It's like talking up the baby, trying to prepare for that. Even though I know I have like 4 full months to go, I just kind of want to like get something prepared. I haven't bought anything for this baby yet. Just been going to doctor's appointments and eating healthy and taking my vitamin, and that's about it. I don't think I've gained much weight. I think I've probably gained like 6 pounds so far. Honestly, haven't checked, but I still fit my pre-pregnancy clothes. Pants are a little bit snug and I definitely can't button them anymore, but well, you're so handsome. Ooh. I don't know. This pregnancy is kind of like a non-pregnancy for me, which is, it's cool. I appreciate it. And I've always seen people complaining about not showing or not having many symptoms or not really feeling pregnant. And I, out of all of my pregnancies, finally have the chance to, you know, have a pregnancy that's like that. And I'm not complaining one bit because I've already had 4. Like, I can't be super greedy about it and want the big belly and like all the pregnancy symptoms. I'm pretty lucky right now to be symptom free. So there's too much going on. Dang, those yawns. I bet you made like 5 people yawn right now. Whew. Contagious yawns. All right, I'm gonna get these pies in and I will show you them when they come out in 1 hour. So this is how the pie came out. I would recommend adding less pumpkin or mixing your own pumpkin mix from like just regular pumpkin puree, because it had a little bit too much of like a, I don't know, like fake flavor to me. But the kids loved it, and the top only peeled off because I set the other pie on top of it. But this recipe was good.